boss is going to tell me to come in. But, so, anybody been seeing what's been going on in the world lately? Well, let's talk about this whole judge signing this master. What is it? What is it called? I don't know, but that master thing. The judge signed something for Donald Trump, and people are going crazy over it. Well, when the judge that signed the warrant for Donald Trump to be raided, that judge was, people were told, don't criticize this judge for signing the warrant, blah, blah, blah. Now people are criticizing this other judge. We live in such a hypocritical country now. If you don't vote Biden, and this is something I have to say about this, you know how, I've never voted in my life though, but people who voted for Donald Trump are called Trumpies, the MAGA Republic, MAGA, whatever. You know, they got names for them all, right? Well, what about the people who voted for Biden? I mean, what should their names be? Seriously, I don't vote at all, and I'm never going to, and I'm never going to put myself in no political position ever, because they're all corrupt. But the people who talk about them and vote for them are all hypocrites. Because look at our country right now. Look how divided we are. Look how poor we are. Look at our economy. Look how aggressive we are towards each other. Look how sick our country is, just in general. Just look how messed up our country is, and how much more our country has been torn apart since Joe Biden entered office. So what would you call the people who voted for Joe Biden if people who voted for Trump are called Trumpies, MAGA people, MAGA Republic, whatever? What are the people called that voted for Joe Biden called? What is their name? What is people called them? Because you might as well give them a name too if you're gonna label everybody who voted for Donald Trump or supports that MAGA stuff, MAGA, whatever you want. I don't know how to pronounce it right, or if I am pronouncing it correctly or not, and I apologize if I'm not to any of the people who, you know, are MAGA people or whatever. Now, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody on either side. I just find it very, very hypocritical that people are attacking this judge that signed this master thing. I don't know if it benefits Trump or it doesn't, or what the deal is, but people are saying that it's going to ruin the investigation. I don't understand how you can ruin the investigation like that. If he did something illegal, which the guy has been literally under a microscope since he started running for president. And also listen to this, before you start judging me on anything Trumpish, in 2016, right before Donald Trump became our president, well, I was talking with my brother and his husband. My brother is homosexual, and he's married to a man, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And if people have a problem with that out there, you know, that's your issue. And I apologize that you feel that way. I really feel bad for you for hating people who love each other regardless of their gender. They're not forcing anything on anybody. They're just married, just love each other. But anyway, I was talking to them in 2015. No, 16, my fault. 2016, my fault, I apologize. Talking to them in 2016 about who I would vote for if I voted and why and blah, blah, blah. And in 2016, if I ever voted, it would have been for Hillary Clinton, not Donald Trump. Like I've already said, all politicians are corrupt. And I know Donald Trump wasn't a politician before that, but he was kind of corrupt. And I don't know if he was really like legally corrupt or not, but I didn't like the guy as a person. He was a POS to me, you know. He was one of them people who, if my child were to pass away, he wouldn't care, you know, like he'd just walk right over my child's body. And that's why I don't like Donald Trump, and that's how I feel, you know. But anyway, even though I don't like the guy, to sit here and say that our country wasn't better than it is now when he was our president, I'd just be a lying piece of POS myself, and I'd be lying to people just because I don't like somebody. And I'm not going to do that. I don't like Donald Trump. I don't want him to be our president again. But our country was better when he was the president than it is today under Joe Biden. And I find it so hypocritical of all these people to attack anything that could possibly help Donald Trump become president again, or help him not get prosecuted from this raid. And I don't even know what the deal is here. Okay, why he was raided, what they're looking for exactly. I know that, the whole Russia collusion thing was proved to be fake, and more than just fake. And it's insane to sit here and think about it, because like when it was happening, the whole Russia thing, I was like, man, that'd be crazy if our president was sitting here giving information to another country that is our adversary and blah blah. If he's doing that, he needs to go. And something needs to happen to him more than just he needs to go. He needs to be prosecuted for blah. But it was all a lie, and I didn't know that, because the people who are going after him are supposed to be people we can trust, and they all collaborated together and lied and had us all believing. Not all of us, I guess the people who were smarter than me didn't believe it, but hey, it is what it is. You ready or not? Okay. All right. But the people who, I apologize, this is my boss. I'm sitting here at work waiting to go into work. Better be there early than be late. But anyway, so I just find it very hypocritical of all these people attacking anything to do with Trump that's not against him. I mean, literally anything that is against Trump or for Trump is attacked by people just because they do not like him. Like me, I don't like Trump, okay? But I am not going to sit here and lie to myself and lie to other people just because I don't like somebody and I want to be a part of something else, because I don't want to be a part of anything. I want to make my own decisions. I want to think for myself. I don't want to be a part of any group. MAGA, Biden, whatever. And what do you call Biden? Like I said, what are we calling these people who voted for Joe Biden? What are we calling the people who put this guy in office and is ruining our country? Ruining it. I don't care what you... There's things that are happening that are a good thing, but let me tell you something. Even if Donald Trump was president, let me tell you something that would still be happening. The LGBTQ community would still be going strong. The BLM protests would still be there. Everything would be exactly how it is, and they would still be going further. Them communities would still be moving ahead. In fact, they'd probably be moving ahead further if Donald Trump was the president than Joe Biden, because Joe Biden doesn't even know where he is half the time. He's delusional. He can't even read a script. I mean, the guy is old. He falls off of bikes, falls upstairs, falls everywhere, sniffs people's hair, touches people inappropriately, says the wrong things at the wrong time, just like Donald Trump does with the saying wrong things at the wrong time. But off the wall stuff that makes no sense. And I'm not a professional in anything. I'm not an expert in anything, but I can make my own mind up about things. And just because you don't like somebody don't mean you need to lie to other people or choose. Just because you don't like this guy don't mean that you should choose this guy. Okay, here, let me say it like this. Just because you don't like this guy, just because you don't like this person, okay, just because you don't like this person over here, doesn't mean you should be on this person's side just because you don't like this person. Why? Because this person may be a worse person. This person may care even less. This person may do worse things to hurt you more. And if you are going to sit here and tell me that this person on this side hasn't done more things to affect your wallet, to affect your mental state, to affect how you're interacting with other people in life today on this side, then you'd be lying just like me. But I won't do that. I can't stand Donald Trump as a person. I would never vote for him. I don't want him to be our president again, but I would be lying to myself if I said that things are better right now. Because things ain't better. I'm paying more for gas. I'm paying more for everything. And that matters to people like me because I'm not a wealthy person. So this is affecting my life a lot. And people can say whatever they want. Well, if Donald Trump was president right now, well, Donald Trump was president, and I seen what happened under his presidency. And unfortunately, even though I do not like the guy, period, it was better when he was the president. And I'd just be a lying POS, just like a lot of other hypocrites I'm watching speak about the guy. You know, I'm done with being an attacker with them because I've realized everything I've been told so far, the majority of the stuff I've been told has been a lie. The stuff I believed in the beginning, you know, when that Russia collusion stuff happened, I was twisted up in my mind about it. I was like, man, our own leader is, you know, handing off secrets to a country that's our adversary that might possibly attack us someday, or that's not good. Something should be done about it. And then come to find out it was all a lie and I was fooled, and I feel like shit about it, or stupid. I feel dumb, like, oh, why didn't I see through that? I feel like I'm intelligent enough that I should be able to see through stuff. Well, when you have the people who are telling you this stuff is true are supposed to be responsible, intelligent, honorable, respectful, you know, not liars, and all they did was lie, collaborate together to lie, make things completely up, and fool people like me who already didn't like Donald Trump to not like him even more, then come to find out it was a lie. Now I gotta sit here and be like, oh, I was an idiot. Or instead of just admitting I was duped, I could sit here and be like, it is what it is. The country's still in a better position now that he's not president. I'm glad he's gone regardless, blah, blah. No, I am glad that he's not our president anymore, but I'm not happy Joe Biden's our president now, I'll tell you that. I'm not happy one bit about Joe Biden being our president because that guy has damaged my life. I was actually starting to get ahead for once in my life. I was starting to get ahead. And that all just fell right apart, and it's falling apart more and more because I'm not making more money at my job. I'm not making more money. I didn't get a raise when inflation happened. I didn't get nothing. And I'm not going to. So the higher prices go, the more it affects me, affects my rent, affects everything I got to deal with in life, because life is made of fucking money. I can't even go live in the forest if I wanted to and live for free because I'd get fined for living in a place that's not mine. Fined for fishing without a fishing license, fined for hunting without a hunting license, fucking fined for everything. And so money is everything. You're paying more for groceries, paying more for gas, paying more for wood, paying more for every fucking thing in life, and you're not getting a raise, and it ain't your boss's fault because he's paying more for everything too. If he gives you a raise and he's got to pay higher prices for his material, well, he's not going to... Nothing's making sense, you know. We are going backwards so fast, and I have children too, and I think about the stuff they talk about in schools and the hypocrisy of it all. You know, don't say this around, hey, don't call me a he, I want to be called a she, but teach our children to wear strap-ons. That's insane to me. I don't want my child seeing a strap-on, a deal, none of that stuff. I don't want my child I have children from 4 to 16. You know, my 16-year-old, my 14-year-old, they're teenagers now. I don't know what they've seen, what they've talked about. But just like me, they've probably seen and talked about it on their own and make their own decisions about how they feel about what they've seen or talked about, if they've seen or talked about anything. And they don't need no school's help teaching them. It's not even teaching, hear me? It's not teaching. You don't need to teach somebody to become straight, homosexual, a man or woman, they're going to choose that on their own as they get older. If the opportunity is there, like it is right now for people to become trans, do whatever, well, the opportunity is there. They can make their own mind up. They don't need to be persuaded by schools. They don't need to be persuaded, and I don't like it. If I was wealthy enough, my child would be homeschooled, and that part of the curriculum, if that any insanity was in it, I'd figure something out. You know, I'm not teaching my child what to become. Okay? I'm going to let my children grow up and become whatever they want to become. Because when I was younger, I had my phases I went through growing up. That's why they stopped smoking. You can't buy cigarettes now unless you're 21. You can't buy liquor unless you're 21. Because as you're growing up, you know, you go through a lot of phases in life. You know, you might smoke a cigarette here and there while you're growing up and then decide when you get older smoking is bad, negative, unhealthy, I don't want to do it. When you're younger, you experiment. You know, man, nobody should be persuaded to be pushed in a direction that is that they might want to change later in life, and then they might not be able to because they were persuaded by other people outside of their family, literally outside of their family, teachers, people on TV now, celebrities, rappers, actors, dancers, whatever. All these people are teaching our children, persuading them to not listen to their parents. And I don't know, man. It's hard to explain because I'm not a professional of anything. Like I said, I'm not an expert. My words aren't written down. I don't have a writer. I don't have no one writing for me. I just think of the thoughts that I'm thinking, like most people in life do. We're not living off a script. But we speak how we feel when we feel it. Like I'm going live for my first time in a while. I don't go live much anymore. I hardly even post videos anymore because I just so overwhelmed with life and my thoughts in my head because of the things going on in the world. And I have children, and I feel like if you have children that you tend to worry more, you're very concerned more about things going on all over, like in the schools, even in undercountry school shooting stuff, persuading our children to be something that they might not want to be when they're older. It's, so my thoughts are everywhere. I don't go live much anymore. I don't post much anymore. But anyway, back to the beginning of the hypocrites, of the world. We've all been a hypocrite before. We've all lied before. And if you haven't, you're a saint. Good for you. I'm not. I've lied. I've been a hypocrite. I've been a POS. I've been an alcoholic. I've been an addict. Oh my God. I'm not a perfect person in any sense. At all. But I'm also no longer, I'm growing. I'm growing as a person. I'm not going to say man or woman because that offends people. And even though I don't have to agree with what people are doing, I don't like offending people. I don't like disrespecting people for no reason. If you want to be called she, he, her, them, they, anything, that's what I'm going to call you. If your name's Tim and you want to be called Tiffany, I'm going to call you Tiffany. If you want to be called her, I'm going to call you her. That don't bother me. But, well, we won't get into that right now because I don't have enough time. I literally am going to have to. Yeah, this is going out anyway, so I'm out. They podcast, but I don't know, like horrible really.